Have you ever looked at an explanation of benefits and wondered why a provider billed one amount, but the insurance company paid something completely different? The answer often comes down to one important number, the allowed amount. According to a widely cited healthcare claims analysis, roughly $262 billion of the $3 trillion in medical claims submitted each year are initially denied by payers. With so much money moving through the revenue cycle system, understanding how payers determine reimbursement is critical. So, what is the allowed amount in medical billing? The allowed amount is the maximum amount a payer recognizes for a covered healthcare service. It's the figure that determines how much the insurance company pays, how much the provider receives, and how much the patient may owe. One of the biggest misconceptions in healthcare billing is that reimbursement is based on the provider's billed charge. In reality, that's not usually the case. For example, a provider may bill $300 for an office visit. If the payer's allowed amount for that service is only $180, the claim is processed using $180, not the original $300 charge. The remaining difference is typically written off as a contractual adjustment for in-network providers. So how do payers determine the allowed amount? There isn't just one universal formula. Each payer has its own methodology. However, several factors commonly influence the calculation. These include the provider's network contract and the payer's fee schedule. That's why the exact same service performed by the same provider can result in different reimbursement amounts depending on the patient's insurance plan. Network status also plays a major role. For in-network providers, allowed amounts are generally based on pre-negotiated contract rates. Providers agree to accept those rates and typically cannot bill patients for the difference between the billed charge and the allowed amount. Out-of-network claims are different. In many situations, the payer may recognize a lower allowed amount, and patients can be responsible for the remaining balance. While the No Surprise Act has added important protections for emergency services and other situations, out-of-network reimbursement remains a significant area of focus for revenue cycle teams. Once the allowed amount is established, patient responsibility is calculated from that number, not from the provider's original charge. This is where deductibles, copays, and coinsurance comes into play. Let's look at a simple example. A provider bills $250 for an office visit. The payer's allowed amount is $150. If the patient's coinsurance is 20%, the insurance company pays $120 and the patient owes $30. Understanding this process is important not only for reimbursement accuracy, but also for creating clear patient financial expectations. That's why billing teams should carefully review explanation of benefit documents, verify allowed amounts against payer contracts, and investigate any discrepancies that could indicate underpayments. Even small reimbursement differences can add up quickly when they occur across hundreds or thousands of claims. At the end of the day, the allowed amount is one of the most important numbers in medical billing. It impacts provider revenue, patient responsibility, and overall revenue cycle performance. Organizations that understand how allowed amounts are calculated and how to identify reimbursement issues are better positioned to reduce denials, prevent underpayments, and improve financial outcomes. If you'd like to learn more about allowed amounts in medical billing, reach out to Etactics. And since you made this far into the video, you might as well like it, share it, and comment down below.